An old diseased tree in Churchfields Cemetery is being recreated into a sculpture thanks to a £20,000 grant.
I started this in 2005, I think it was 2005, many years ago. And my husband and I walked through and he sat on one of the benches and it collapsed practically underneath him. It was all breaking up. So I wrote to the council and ended up meeting two officers from the Parks Department, given one that was assigned to me, and we worked very hard on putting in for a grant to get a lot of the work done. Unfortunately, we lost that grant. So we then, therefore, I carried on dogging them, what's going to happen, can we go for more money? And then I was assigned Paul Marsh from the Parks Department, who was new in the office, and poor man got me. And we pushed for another grant, and we've worked very closely together, the Parks Department and myself and the group. I do include them every now and again. And that's how it's got started, and we really worked hard and we raised the money. And then the residents group, we had a fun day about a year ago here in the cemetery. It's a bit odd, but yes, we had a fun day in the cemetery to raise a little bit of cash because we had to do a bit of match funding. So, and that's how we've got all the money together. I think it's around 19,000, perhaps just under. Well, unfortunately, the tree is diseased, and when Paul told me that it had to come down, I said, oh dear, and I wanted to replant trees, and he said we could do something more practical. So he suggested this carving. I took the pictures straight to the residents group, and we all said, oh yes, what a good idea.
This is now my third week. I'd anticipated 3 weeks, but I always underestimate. You could probably double whatever I say. I'll try and get most of it done this week, but we're still going to be carving the tree at the base as well. We're going to do a few little features in the tree, so that might drag me into next week, most likely.